I'm still crying by this news. Shedding a tear. Oh. It's finally here. The 1 hour Reactcast. And it's a Halloween edition. We got a short film, scary TikToks, Halloween Try Not to Laugh, a sing song, and a Halloween Would You Rather. We've got 5 things. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think I've got all the things we did in the past 4 Reactcasts all into one. Just make sure. Yeah. We've got everything, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these Halloween videos. As this is the last Halloween video. The next one we are reacting to the Wild Warehouse 2, because you guys like us reacting to me and AJ and Trenton, but we're going to be reacting with, I don't actually know who we're going to react with. Yeah, but right now we're going to have some of her part 1, part 2, and part 3, because we have 3 parts of it, but yeah. And then we're probably going to react to the Wild Warehouse 3. Wild Warehouse 3. Volume 1 is 1 part, and then part 2 being the other bit. Alright, let's get into it. The red dress. I'm already scared because I'm on my own. Okay. Nothing bad going on here. Nothing spooky of the sorts going on here. Blue dress. Why is this like so eerie? Like, what the hell? Oh. What? So I'm not saying anything, I'm just confused. That was better on that. That was actually good. On to our next thing. I made a playlist. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Would you rather... Where's the hell is the Halloween TikToks? Oh, there we go. There. Would you rather next? Alright. Whoa, whoa. Alright. Goodness gracious. Still don't know what's going on there. Like.
Young people, right about now, we have some choices to make. Whoa. Halloween, would you rather? 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 You rather this or rather that? Rather that. You rather this or rather that? Rather that. Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather?
This is the start.
Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? Be a ghost or ghost? Be a witch? Be a witch? Be a ghost or ghost? Be a
ghost.
Be a witch. If you said be a ghost, I want you to do some jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. But if you said be a witch, I want you to do some lateral taps. Lateral taps. You ready for it? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. 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 Now rest
oh
and
my
reset.
God.
Good job. Would you rather? 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 Have a black cat or have a jack-o'-lantern?
Jack-o'-lantern.
Have a black cat or have a jack-o'-lantern? That's a pumpkin. If you said have a black cat, I want you to do some split jumps. Split jumps. But if you said have a jack-o'-lantern, I want you to do some arm circles. Arm circles. You ready for it? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. 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 Good job. Would you rather? 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 Hold a bat or hold a spider? Hold a spider. Hold a bat or hold a spider. Hold a spider. If you said hold the bat, I want you to do some hopscotch. Hopscotch. But if you said hold the spider, I want you to do some squats. Squats. You ready for it? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. 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 Good job. Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather?
Oh, that chocolate.
Would you rather?
M&M dolly.
Would you rather? Would you rather? See a trick or get a treat.
Get a treat.
See a trick or
get a treat.
Trick or treat. If you said see a trick, I want you to do the running man. Do the running man. But if you said get a treat, I want you to do some Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. You ready for it? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I wasn't expecting this in the Would You Rather. I'm not even gonna count.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. Now rest and reset. Now rest and reset.
There's Adrian,
now rest and reset.
Boglo,
now rest and reset.
Archie.
Now rest and reset. Good job. Would you rather? 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 Be a skeleton or be a mummy?
Be a skeleton.
Be a skeleton or be a mummy? Be a mummy. If you said be a skeleton, I want you to do some side B.
Well,
but if
easy.
you said be a mummy, I want you to do some hip swerve. You ready for it? You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. Now rest and reset.
Bro,
now
we
rest
all
and
dead.
reset. Now rest and reset. Now rest and reset. Now rest and reset. Good job. Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather?
I never had Sour
Would
Patch.
you rather? Would you rather? Some monster sour patch or some zombie Skittles?
This is
Some monster
Skittles.
sour patch or some zombie Skittles? If you said monster sour patch, I want you to do some arm crossover. But if you said zombie Skittles, I want you to do some reaching squats. You ready for it? You ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
This will be our second go down
16,
video.
17,
Oh,
18, 19, 20. Now rest and reset. Now rest and
Who's
reset.
that? Boglo,
Now rest and
Archie.
reset. Now rest and
Trenton,
reset.
Loda.
Now rest and reset. Now rest and
Yo,
reset.
God, we got the whole gang.
Good job. Would you rather? 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 Would you
Is that
rather?
over?
Would you rather? You rather this or rather that? Rather that. Let's go.
Yeah.
You rather.
Oh, that was a good video, actually. Oh, God, I've got... Y'all so weird. Like, I'm gonna cap y'all really weird. Oh, why not? Song time. Like, why? Why did I even do that?
One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin is happy.
Oh, I guess this is sad.
Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins are grumpy.
How about the duck flipping free?
Three little pumpkins yawning, yawning. Three little pumpkins yawning, yawning. Three little pumpkins yawning, yawning. Three little pumpkins are sleepy.
This is angry, probably.
Four little pumpkins crying, crying. Four little pumpkins crying, crying. Four little pumpkins
crying, crying. 4 little pumpkins are sad. It's better be flipping happy now. End it off. 5 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 4 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 5 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 5 little pumpkins are playing. Woo! Oh no, I'm not listening to that goddamn thing again. What's next now? Alright, this is the Halloween Try Not to Laugh. I couldn't find a Halloween Try Not to Laugh, but I suppose this is gonna be the kind of.
Hey,
Whoa, copyright, chill. This could be.
Feeling like really good. I feel really good right now. I don't really feel good. Do you have a...
Oh my god.
Run.
Right. Jason. I remember seeing this Frank a while ago.
Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, woman? Woman, is that you? Woman, please tell me.
Oh no. Bro,
So
I'm
we'll
gonna
be
be
right back
nightmare
and
for this
we'll do
here.
that one, okay? Sure.
Oh my god, Adriana.
Just a clown. I know clowns not bad. Is it the painting? Yeah, I remember that. I remember saying that before. Oh my god, they were like so crazy in 2016. But they died hard. Like. I bet they'll come back someday. Or not. I don't want to see Clint doing that. I might have saw this video before. I don't. Maybe I didn't, but like I can remember these crying. Chucky! I watched only Chucky 2 and Chucky 3 like not even that long, not many days ago. There's a boy. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, there might be coverage, but I'm sorry, I couldn't live that. You might not know that speak like, cause like. Oh my god, spiders was what would get me. That scared me. Alright, scary TikToks. Okay, like the radio. It's Friday night.
It must have been out of her head.
Look what happened when we were not home. Wait for it.
Get out, bro. That's a poltergeist. Poltergeist. No, get out, bro. It's throwing knives. Bro, get out of that house now. Or I'll drag you out of it. I maybe hunt it a little bit, but like that doesn't go towards what I get. If I had that, I'd be out. I would never come to my house again. And I'm not even counting. I probably, most likely, wouldn't be back to the house ever again. Look at that! Look at that! No. Oh, that, no, back into my door. I wasn't answering, man. You wouldn't get no candy.
There is no better way to kick off the spooky season than a video like this being sent to me with zero context other than a very loose translation of Malaysian that said, "Feed the water ghost." Cleo? Okay, just watch this and let me know what you think.
Mermaids are like supposed to all be like nice.
Ada hubungan apa kamu dengan pria tadi? Jelas ya? Jelas ya teman-teman? Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullah. Saya udah mentok zoomnya teman-teman ya.
Nah, like that's just really cool.
These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all of these on Reddit. Albert Einstein is one of the most brilliant minds we have ever seen on Earth. So naturally, when he passed away, scientists wanted to study his brain to see if there was something different about him. But Albert Einstein had one dying wish. He did not want his brain to be studied, stating, "There's nothing special about me, anyone can be a genius." But despite this man's dying wish, his brain was still harvested and stolen and hidden for nearly a decade. It was eventually found and then split up and given to several different universities, where now it's kept in a jar. A couple from Missouri finally scrounged up enough money to be able to move into a house together, but their dreams quickly turned into nightmares. The house was infested with thousands of venomous brown recluse spiders, and after further investigation, it was discovered that there were almost 5,000 brown recluse spiders in this home. And finally, let's say you have a group of 10 friends. Scientifically speaking, out of all of you, one of you will die before the age of 40. And I know a lot of my facts are really dark, but that's why.
Whoa.
By the window, that is where I'll become tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden.
Bro, not that from Insidious, no.
Facts about Jeffrey Dahmer you probably didn't know. He unalived his first victim at just 18 years old.
I haven't
Most people
watched
who
this,
do this
guys.
don't start until
I don't
around
know, I
20
might
years,
watch
so
it.
him starting so young is one of the reasons why. He's one
Should
of
I
the most
watch it?
sickening
Tell
serial
me in the
killers
comments.
ever. His father took
Back
him out
up
to
if you want
preserve
to see
animal
more.
bones.
Well, the
He was
next
extremely obsessed with
thing
anatomy
is
and
not Halloween,
skeletons,
y'all.
which is
Or I
probably
think,
the
right?
reason why
That's
most of his victims ended up in a vat of acid. He was even a combat medic in the army from 1979 to 1981. He was later then accused of SAing someone and discharged. If this video can get 25,000 likes, I'll drop a part 2.
I don't want to hear part 2. Okay.
The Nightcrawler's backstory. It's told he became disfigured the way he is by crouching in the shadows after being cast out of his parents' house. Pause to read the official lore. But when we step inside Dr. She Reaper's lab, we get to see what really happened.
Is that a real picture? Yeah. Oh my god, no!
No! 2,500 pounds. He was massive. Was he really that big? Who's gonna argue? I'll take your word for it, Goliath. The story that I'm about to tell you is particularly gruesome, friends. Please watch at your own risk. In 2007, 100,000 tons of fish were fished illegally from the rivers in the Kamchatka
Halloween week next
region
week, y'all. When you're
of
seeing this,
Russia's
it'll
north,
be Halloween week.
leading to what happens next. A group of up to 30 bears literally attacked a remote mining operation in the Kamchatka region. There were 400 men, women, and children that could not leave for days. The facts of this case are more horrifying than any movie, I assure you. I am adding no embellishment. They had seen the starving bears and had been menaced by them before. Usually it was a single bear, sometimes 2 or 3. It was so bad for the bears that they didn't congregate because they were eating one another. If a starving bear was big enough, it would eat its friend. For the last few weeks, every time anybody left the building to do anything, they went armed to the teeth in groups of 3 or more. But that didn't stop what was going to happen next. We don't really know what changed with the bears that day, but suddenly more than 30 had gathered. The men had shot at some and even killed them. The other bears promptly consumed their fallen comrades and then came after the men. Everybody withdrew to the main building. 400 men,
sad.
women, and children inside that day and that night, screaming and crying when the bears attacked. You never knew which way they would come from. They would claw and rip at one of the doors, and the men would try to take a shot at them. Sometimes they were successful and killed a bear, and other times they just drove them off for a while, and they came back. They had reached out to their government time and again and begged for help, and the government said, "There's nothing that we can do for the weather. You'll have to wait this one out. We'll come as soon as we can." They didn't know if they would have enough time. The bears attacked all through the night, but with the coming of dawn, they retreated. They posted a man on the roof, and 2 heavily armed security guards went outside to see if they could get to one of the trucks. The man on the roof said they didn't make it 25 feet. There was a bear lurking around the corner and it attacked the first man. There wasn't even time for them to get a shot off. The man on the roof did, though, and he hit the bear at least twice, he believes. It didn't stop what happened next. Within moments, a group of 7 bears had rushed out and overwhelmed the 2 men and began to feed immediately. More in part 2 if you're interested.
Creepy.
When the 2 heavily armed security guards were killed and eaten, those inside had to listen and watch what happened next. The bears being fired upon removed a short distance away and waited until dark. They came back then for the bodies, and the people could hear them in the distance feeding on the remains. In the meantime, they had finally gotten through to the ministry, and they said that they were sending a jeep. Trouble had been brewing for some time. There was no salmon that year, no fish in the rivers. There's no way that the bears could put on the fat they needed to survive. It was a very hard time for them. They first started digging up our graves and eating our dead, and that is how they gained a taste for human flesh, it said. They trapped the men at the platinum mine, and the women and the children, and began to hunt them actively, trying to pick them off. The nearby village had also experienced deaths at the hands of these Kamchatka brown bears. Things had been getting very desperate. Men were killing bears, and bears were stalking, hunting, killing, and eating us. Russia's Emergency Situation Ministry dispatched teams of men to destroy the bears. Some say that they got them all. Others say that's not the case. 900 bear in the area were put down. There have been attacks in that area before, but they are on a rise ever since. A new generation of killer bear, perhaps. I can tell you this, there are stories to this day of graves dug up and the remains eaten by bears. Could it be? I'll let you decide. The moral of the story is, save some food for the bears.
Oh my god. That's what I find creepy, bro. Where's the next video? What the hell? I feel so sad. I can't believe like so
Must have beer.
Like I feel bad. Oh god. There we go. No, that wasn't coming up. That was kind of cheesy, wasn't it? That was kind of cheesy. Granny, I got the job. Oh, well done. That is amazing. Granny, I got the job. Alright, here we go.
You're gonna wish you didn't know. When you go down a drop on a roller coaster and you suddenly feel your stomach drop, it's not just you feeling nervous. What you're feeling are your organs actually moving. Have you ever noticed that an older person in your life seems to have very long, large ears? That's because your ears will never stop growing. Across your lifetime, you will spend an average of an entire year just sitting on a toilet. When we see brains outside of the human body, they usually look pretty solid, but your brain, while inside your skull while you're alive, is actually very soft. It's like melted butter soft.
Yo, what's up? Here's some scary facts about our world that
hell
you
no.
probably didn't want to know. Part 37. In 1973, there was a computer program that stated that in 2040, the end of civilization will come. But not only that, this computer program has made many other various accurate predictions that have already happened. There are only 2 days in your life that don't last 24 hours. The day you were born and the day you die. If you ever find yourself having to kill a spider, I'd be careful because that spider could potentially be pregnant. And if you kill it, well, its babies that are inside of it will just go every which direction and all over your house. This is what our nervous system looks like without a skull. In fact, it just looks like a little creature that lives inside of our huge body that controls everything. There was once a psychic who wanted to prove that he was immortal, so he stabbed himself multiple times and ended up dying, so I guess you could say he wasn't immortal.
The most terrifying urban legends from every US state. This map right here, of course, shows all the urban legends in America. And in this series, we're going to be going from the least scary urban legends to the scariest of the scariest. And you never know, it could be from your state. Now, welcome back to part 2, guys, where stuff is about to get a whole lot crazier. So today we're heading over to Arizona to the Slaughterhouse Canyon. What I mean by the name, it does not sound great, does it? So back in the 1800s, a family lived in this house. And basically this place was literally in the middle of the canyon, so completely middle of nowhere. Nothing around nothing, so I mean, why would you want to live there? Now the father of the family used to go out for days on end trying to find food for them. And I think you can guess where the story starts. One time he went out to get food and he never returned. So the family was stuck with no food, starving for a very long time. Until it takes an even more disturbing turn. Legend has it that the mother couldn't cope, so decided to take her own life. Then the children were left suffering for an extremely long time, but no one really knows exactly what happened to them. Now legend has it if you go to this place now, you can still hear the screams and the cries of the mother and the children. If you shout loud enough, the echo will circle the whole way around and actually find its way back to you. This place is believed to be extremely haunted and sounds pretty terrifying. Now this series is only going to get crazier, so make sure you hit that follow button so you never miss a video.
Bro, there's no kind of
Here are some facts that you probably didn't know that one day could save your life. Part 18. If you're saving someone from drowning and they're thrashing their arms in panic, punch them in the chest to snap them back into reality, otherwise you'll go down with them. If you don't have enough money for food, hot tea is a solid cheap meal. You can use as much cream and sugar as you want, which will give you a lot of calories and keep your body warm. If you see money falling from the sky, do not try to grab it, run. This is a common method that terrorists use to lure people into a single area and attack them. Before you dig around your house, make sure you call the number 811. A guy will come out for free and mark any gas lines in the area, which will save you from blowing yourself up. If you're walking down the street at night and you think someone's following you, take 4 right turns. And if by the 4th turn they're still behind you, call the most evil thing that children have ever done. Part 1. In this video, we're going to be talking about Eric Smith. Eric Smith was 13 years old at the time that he committed these horrendous crimes. And the year was 1993. He was diagnosed with intermittent explosive disorder. This means that at any given time he was subject to violent outbursts towards other people. This, coupled with the fact that he would frequently get made fun of for his red hair, freckles, and glasses, only compounded and made the situation much worse. And at the age of 13, he lured a young boy of only 4 years old into the woods named Derek Robbie. There, he took his life and performed some unspeakable acts that I cannot even say in this video or it'll get taken down. A few days later, he confessed what he had done to his mother, who promptly turned him into the police. He was then tried as an adult and sentenced to 9 years to life. During his time there, he was denied parole 8 times, but as of 2022, he is now walking free. This is more or less what he looks like now. Follow for part 2.
Whatever you see first says a lot about the type of person you are. Take a look at this photo right here. Now if you see the car first, it could suggest that you're a very independent person and like going off. You like going on adventures, you could go out on road trips a lot, all of that kind of stuff. If you first saw the man with the binoculars, it could mean you're a very analytic person. You can be sensitive, but you like to dig deeper into the big picture of things. Now take a look at this photo. If you see the skull straight away, it could mean you're a very realist person. You like to live in the moment, don't get stressed out over little things. If If you see the woman looking into the mirror first, this could suggest that you are the opposite. You do tend to get worried about the small things and stress out over things. Finally, look at this. If you saw a baby first, it could mean you're very independent and like your own company. And if you saw the couple first, it could suggest you spend a lot more time with your friends and care about them more than anything. Friends and family are the most important thing to you, and you'll do anything for them. And if you saw the trees first, you're always ready to experience something new and go on an adventure.
Scary facts that will ruin your day. Do you ever wake up around 3 a.m. for no apparent reason?
Yeah.
They say that if you wake up around 3 a.m. for no reason, that there's a 90% chance something was staring at you.
Like, do I really?
Qatar really
I'm
is
sorry,
an
but do I
incredible
really
place to
need to
spend
know
a
that?
few days on a stopover.
Like, do I really need to know that fact? I wake up at 3 a.m. a lot. For no apology.
Press the plus for more of the macabre.
Here are some scary facts that you probably didn't know until now. First up, no one is more prepared for the world to end than CNN. Yes, the news station. It has been reported that CNN has a pre-recorded broadcast from the 90s that they will premiere at the end of the world. Like, what do they know that we don't, that they're already prepared for it? Next up, the body cannot tell the difference between either of your eyes. So because of this, it's possible that if one of your eyes gets damaged, your immune system will attack the healthy eye, thus taking away your eyesight. To be honest, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. And lastly, we have the bite of the blue ring octopus. Now, a bite from one of these bad boys is pretty lethal. It's said that their venom can kill more than 20 humans in just a few minutes. Although that's scary in itself, it's very unlikely to happen. But if you are bit by one of these guys and are being administered CPR, it is highly likely that you will feel and know the CPR is happening, but you won't be able to move or respond. Holy.
Curse games you should never play. Part 26. Dead Man's Tag. To start, get a group of people together in an outdoor playing field. This can be whatever you choose, but make sure it's at nighttime. Then together establish a home base. This has to be something physical like a rock or a building. Once nighttime does fall, you can scream the words, "We invite you to play a game of tag." Then, all in unison, scream the words, "You're it." Once this happens, you'll have to run and find a hiding spot. But make sure you're not hiding with another participant. Your only goal from this point out is to try to get back to home base, but you don't know what's trying to find you or what may happen once you get found. Once you do get back to home base, scream the word "safe," and wait for all the other participants to get back. Once everyone does get back, scream the words "We win, the game is over." But whatever was trying to find you might try to get you to start another game, whether you want to or not. If at any point someone does get caught, you're told to avoid them at all costs. But you can try to strike a bargain to get them back, from wherever this thing took them.
Scariest conspiracy theories that will seriously change your life.
Never
So in this series, of course, we're going through the different theories, from the least scary to the most disturbing of the disturbing. Now, as I've said before, if you're easily scared, just keep on scrolling, but let's kick off part 3. This is where stuff gets properly weird. So today is the theory of, are we all dead? You, me, your parents, we're all dead. Yeah, what? That makes no sense. Stick with me. Right, so it's actually proven that when we die, our brains still have around 7 or 8 minutes left of activity. And then, of course, there's the other theory, which is your life flashes before your eyes when you die. So you pretty much see your entire life after you've died. Stick with me. If you combine these two, we get a very messed up picture, but a very believable one in a way. So we know that there is a 7 or 8 minutes, and when you're in this, there is no concept of time. So that 7 or 8 minutes could feel like years and years and years. But you wouldn't know it because, well, you're dead. So what if your life does flash before your eyes in those 7 or 8 minutes? And we are all actually dead in those 7 or 8 minutes right now, laying in a hospital bed somewhere. And we are literally just re-watching our entire lives. And it feels like years and years, like it's really real, but it's actually just in those 7 or 8 minutes, but we have no concept of time, so we don't realise it. Really messed up, isn't it? But it is possible. So what if maybe the world ended years ago? Or 7 or 8 minutes ago? And we are all actually dead somewhere, just re-watching our entire lives. Messed up, isn't it? Messed up. Now make sure to hit that follow button. See.
Scary facts that will blow your mind. Part 3. It's been speculated by scientists that the light at the end of the tunnel when you're dying is actually you in the hospital being reborn into a new body. You're only given moments to sift through your memories and leave everything else behind. This, of course, is just a theory, but what if? Let me know what you think. Like and follow from
photos with disturbing
Why do I have to do that?
backstories. Firstly, this photo looks normal enough, but in the background there's a monster lurking. The man in the background is Christopher Wilder, a serial killer. What's disturbing about this photo, other than the fact that he's in it, is that he would end up taking the girl in the foreground and she would become one of his victims as well. For our second photo, we have a seemingly happy family portrait. The subject in question in this photo, though, is this man right here, as well as this baby. The man is John Edward Robinson, who is also a serial killer. And in this photo, he ended up taking the life of the baby's mother. His brother ended up receiving the baby from John, who told him that it was an adopted baby. The baby did not find out about this information until 15 years later. Imagine how traumatic that would be. The number of victims that John had is currently unknown, and he's been on death row since 2000. Follow for the next part.
This is why you never mess with a mother. So the most dangerous thing to a baby bear is a bigger adult male bear. Especially since males will go out of their way to unalive cubs and even eat them. Especially during mating season when bears will try to get rid of the kid so they can shoot the shot at the mother. And pre-hibernation when bears try to get as many calories as they can. So what might be a cute face to you is just extra protein to him. So this male found a mother and her cubs, and the mother instantly started fighting the much larger male for her baby's life. Until both bears slipped and fell all the way down a cliff. The mother bear was obviously seriously injured, but eventually made her way back to the two cubs. The male that attacked her didn't walk away so lucky. In fact, he didn't walk away at all. Officials confirmed that the mother is still alive and even placed food and water at different points of the cave that she was in to help her out. Keep in mind that the bear that attacked her was nearly 500 pounds, while the mother herself was probably less than 300. Moral of the story? For every cute face, there's a mother behind it ready to die for it and take you with her.
The government is hiding something very, very big about our oceans.
But
this is absolutely crazy and will seriously blow your mind and make you question everything. So if you're easily scared, keep on scrolling right now.
I'm easily scared of it.
Still here? Let's get into the video. Right, so in the last few weeks, a lot of very strange things have been happening off the coast of Florida. Now we're going to talk about the main really weird one. So only a few days ago, they exploded a gigantic bomb in the ocean. Now normally when they test bombs like this in the sea, it gets planned for ages before, but this wasn't planned at all. Like it was suddenly last minute, the next day they're exploding it in the bloody sea. Now bear in mind, this bomb would have cost hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it would have killed lots and lots of sea life. And this is where it gets crazy. The theory is that maybe this wasn't meant for just testing. Maybe it was meant to destroy the sea life. Like some kind of creature or something they found under there that needed to be destroyed. Who knows? Now it's about to get even crazier. Now we know that the ocean is of course linked to the Gulf of Mexico. So maybe something crazy, unexplainable, whatever came from the Gulf of Mexico, and they were trying to destroy it. Now take a look at this. This is what's been going on in the Gulf of Mexico recently. Huge fire in the middle of the ocean. Like a full-on fire pit in the middle of the bloody ocean. How the hell did that happen? Now, I'm saying it was from a small gas leak, but that does not look like a small gas leak to me. What is going on?
This man was attacked by a shark, but instead of killing him, it ended up actually saving his life, and you won't believe how. This is Eugene, and in 2015, he took his girlfriend and 2 kids to California for a family vacation. As he and his daughter swam off the shores of Huntington Beach, he could sense something wasn't right. Instantly, he felt a sharp pain in his back, and he was pulled down to the bottom of the ocean. A great white shark had attacked him and wasn't letting him go. But somehow, Eugene barely managed to escape to the surface. He barely made it to shore and was bleeding everywhere. Had a massive gash on his back, but eventually it stopped bleeding. And Eugene didn't want to ruin the family vacation, so he decided to not go to the hospital and wait to get it checked out at home. He finally decided to go to the hospital when he got back home a week later. But when the doctors scanned Eugene's x-ray, they could not believe their eyes. The doctors found a cancerous tumor in his chest. Thankfully, they were able to remove it in time and save his life, all because he was attacked by a...
Christopher Dutch is a former neurosurgeon who, over the course of 2 years, injured, maimed, and crippled 33 of his 38 patients, earning him the nickname Dr. Death. After a severe football injury, Christopher switched over to medicine, earning his doctorate in 2010 from the University of Tennessee. He completed his training after participating in just 100 surgeries, while the average surgeon does over 1,000. Over the next 2 years, the doctor worked at various hospitals, repeatedly botching surgeries, even killing patients along the way. One of these patients, Kelly Martin, was undergoing routine back surgery when the medical staff noticed she was losing an excessive amount of blood. Dr. Death simply ignored this until she woke up screaming, clawing at her legs until she bled to death. This led to his medical license being suspended in 2013 and him being sentenced to life in prison for his crimes.
What?
This little bird is one of the psychopaths of nature. 2 types of people watching this right now. Those that don't know what I'm talking about, and those that know why this psycho tweetie's nickname is the butcher bird. The shrike is a predator that hunts insects like grasshoppers, rodents like small mice, and even lizards. First, they factory reset their prey by violently shaking them until they break their spine. But the butcher bird gets its name because it'll store the soul divorced body by impaling it on spikes and thorns. This bird will store several skewered corpses in its little pantry, tearing off pieces at a time while saving the rest for later. Some sharks will even murk grasshoppers that are toxic to eat, store it in a little pantry in the sun for a couple of days, and then eat it once the exposure makes it slightly less toxic. I don't even want to know how they figured that out. Baby butcher birds will hone their homicidal tendencies by stabbing leaves on sharp tree branches. Also, they figured out how to flatline animals bigger than they are. The shrike will actually use its beak to pinch the spinal cord to cause paralysis, and then they'll thrash it around until the neck divides into two. Who's teaching them this? And if you try to tell me this bird's cute, I can show you a graveyard full of people that said the same about Ted Bundy.
Curse games you should never play. Part 24. Blue Baby, Baby Blue. Begin at night. Go into a bathroom and turn off all the lights. Then lock the door behind you and face the mirror. As you're looking into the mirror, position your arms as though you're cradling a baby. While doing this, chant the phrase Blue Baby, Baby Blue 13 times. As you do this, you'll feel the weight in your arms begin to grow. And at some point, you'll start to feel scratching on your arms. Once you feel the scratching, immediately drop the baby in the toilet, flush it, unlock the door, and leave. If you're alive, you won. But there are two possible losing conditions. The lesser of two being the scratching in your arms becoming unbearable, or the second one being a woman appearing in the mirror. She will demand her baby back and probably kill you.
These are 8 horrifying facts that will probably keep you up at night. Sometimes you laugh, talk, and cry in sleep. It's often a spirit sitting beside you in bed. You are more likely to be bitten by someone in New York than to be bitten by a shark. A human head remains conscious for 20 seconds after being decapitated. If you search up this number on Google, you'll find people with their heads in fridges. Gelatin is made out of bones. That's right. The melted marshmallow in your hot chocolate is melted animal bone. It's good stuff. You have no way of really knowing if everyone experiences reality and consciousness the same way you do. If a panda finds a fresh carcass, they'll eat it. And last but not least, your phone is likely spying on you right now as you're watching this. Yeah, there's a lot more. Like for part 8.
Why are you spying on me, huh? Why are you spying on me? Oh, what the hell? I'm telling you.
As I grew up, I had access to an 80,000 volume library. And I read from that library extensively about religion, all the religions of the world. And I was really an atheist at that point when we moved. But it began to happen in the house.
Face to face with fear.
My wife, she saw an ad in the newspaper and decided she would go and look at it.
I'm sorry.
And while I was away, I guess I was away for about 3 days, and during that period, she looked at it, liked it, and put a deposit down on the house. The idea of living on.
I don't know that I'll even be willing to see the film. In fact, I doubt very much that I will be willing to see the film. For the same reason, I'm unwilling to ever go back to the house, especially to ever go inside the house again. I never would.
Curse games you should never play. Part 25. The Apex. If you win this challenge, you will receive a great prize by the end of it. But the alternative is death, so... Begin by entering a forest with multiple partners. Form a circle by holding your hands and say the phrase, "We are allies. We wish to game a worthy opponent. Will no challenger face us?" When you hear a crash coming from elsewhere in the forest, run. Your group is now the herd. Stick together with them for 24 hours, day and night. You will be hunted for these 24 hours and you cannot get separated, harm another partner, or beg for mercy. When the 24 hours are up, leave the forest. You'll be approached by a park ranger for your prize. This park ranger will ask you the question, "Are you worthy?" Answering yes or no is not recommended. Instead, ask the question, "Am I?" And the park ranger will hand you a box. Inside this box, you'll get one of two prizes. Your first prize is an object of value, either monetary or personal, that you yourself or your partners have previously lost. The second is simply a sheet of paper, with a message written on it that you have to decide what to do with.
This woman was literally, how do I put this, a Nazi killing machine. During World War II, a woman by the name of Rosa Shanina had just begun her
What?
work as a Soviet sniper.
It takes
But
my
little did she know
glasses?
that
I'm
she
only
would
kidding,
go
I'm
down
only
in
kidding.
history as one of the most remarkable women in war's time. And it all began because of a bomb attack that killed her brother in December of 1941. And after that day, she swore that she would avenge his death and kill anybody who had anything to do with that bomb. Now, for a long time, the thought of women joining the army was almost non-existent, let alone letting them get a high rank. But after the
Well, that was amazing. Oh, I need to talk to you for 3 minutes, y'all. That's it, y'all. Halloween Reactcast is finished. I enjoyed it a lot. The horror movies, everything. It was a fun time, but as I said, next Reactcast probably next week. No, it may be next week. Because it's all the way by my house for the next 2 weeks after this week. But or no, not next week. Maybe the following week. So 2 weeks time we get another Reactcast, which will start the brand new Wide Way House. So that'll probably be that full week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Will be the figure, and then we'll probably interview Chirpy over the movie. So yeah, thanks for watching. I can't believe it. Halloween. Have a great Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween.